Now to our special series, Mid-Cap Marvels. All summer, what we decided to do for you was look at the biggest gainers on the S&P 400 index of mid-cap stocks year to date. One of them is this company, InterDigital Inc. IDCC is the ticker symbol. It has surged more than 50% in 2014 alone. Here's what the company does. It's all things cellular and mobile, research and development. It makes software, circuitry, and other crucial technology for big name wireless customers, including Samsung, HTC, Acer, Nokia, BlackBerry, the list goes on, Apple too. CEO William Merritt in a Fox Business exclusive to talk about your company. And in essence, you create the fundamental inventions in just about every cell phone, but you and your engineers had their fingers in 2G, 3G, and 4G as well. Who doesn't need you in their phones?
Well, we're actually in every phone, and it's been a great run for the company. We started 35 years ago with a vision around digital cellular when the world was analog. And then when the world became digital, we went immediately to data, beyond just voice, and then we went to big data. So it's been a great run for us in predicting that next generation of technologies.
Who are your main clients? I just named a bunch of them, but you've just struck a $500 million deal with Samsung to do what?
So we signed a license agreement with Samsung, which is actually, we've had a series of agreements with them over the years. They've been licensees since 1996 of ours, and it's a license to our portfolio of 22,000 patents and patent applications.
Okay, let's not gloss over that number. 22,000 patents. I think it's important to point out that there are people in the past who have said, oh, this is just one of those troll companies, but how many engineers do you have on staff, and what are they doing?
So we have 150 engineers on our staff, plus we have offshore resources as well. Our staff is mostly doctorate degree and master's degree people, and so what they do is they take a look at what is that next generation of wireless services going to do. It's not the phone that's going to come out next year, but the phone that's going to come out 5 or 10 years from now. And then we make those big investments to drive that next level of service.
You have, I believe, a license renewal coming up for Apple, with Apple. So the clock is ticking. How does that look coming up?
So we collect on some of Apple's phones today because we have licenses with some of their suppliers. The license we had with Apple covering the rest of their supply did run out. I think the agreement with Samsung being done is helpful in terms of moving the Apple deal, an Apple deal along. So
and
we're
this
hopeful.
Is for the iPhone, so I would imagine the iPhone 6?
iPhone 6, typically we license the full portfolio of products that a company will have.
Okay. I mentioned 2G, 3G, 4G. When's 5G coming, and what can it enable us to do with our phones?
So 5G is on its way. It's in a development stage right now, and the development is typically a worldwide research project that goes on among many companies, including our own. And I think what 5G is going to do principally is knit together all of the networks that are out there today. We have incredible plumbing out there right now. What we've got to do, we've got to bring it together more intelligently, and that's one of the things 5G is going to do to actually give you access to a lot more networks, a lot more services, a lot more things.
Finally, BlackBerry, I have to ask you, as somebody who's done business with them, does it live? Does it survive?
So I think they're making the right turn in terms of going to where security is important. I think that's always been a hallmark of theirs, going into a market where there's good margins and everything. So they're a licensee of ours. We wish them the best, and so far it looks like they're making the right moves.
It is great to see you. Thank you. Will you come back and do earnings with us at some point?
Absolutely.
We want to follow this story. William Merritt is InterDigital CEO, and the stock symbol is IDCC, up 55% year to date, up 17% year over year. Thank you very much.